Stadium just outside of Washington, D.C. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. Oh, good move. And able to get this out to the 25. Here come the Bengals. And CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when he came out of college, we all knew he had a chance to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He got there in short fashion and elevates everyone around him. Led the league in passing last year with nearly 5,000 yards and had 43 touchdown passes. He's hoping to get his team back to the playoffs after falling just short a season ago.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Bengal first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Burrow on play action. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there, and it leaves them in a good spot here. 2nd down and inches upcoming. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow able to find Higgins. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They will toss to Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Burrow will throw. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown,
Mike Gesicki, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders, nothing.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki.
For Cincinnati.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can beat you a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To the air goes Daniels. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. That's caught by Sennett. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing now is Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Daniels going to try the sneak, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Daniels going to throw for it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, 33 yards. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Daniels looking to throw. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 57 yards. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score.
Scoring summary, three-play drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Now it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. And they go play action now. Burrow. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Burrow looking to pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This one complete to Yoshibas. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. McPherson now for the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
3rd and 3. Now Daniels throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Jones. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. An inside give, Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 33 yards. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. 3rd quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
That's good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Daniels. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To the air goes Daniels. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This is Fant on the short completion. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
And a Bengal first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Burrow will throw. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Again, it's Burrow. Over the middle here to Brown. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as the tackle made down at the 33. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here we go, 1st and goal. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Right back to Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now Washington down 28-21. 1:12 to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. This is Robinson. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you got to get up there and spike it.
And a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. He's got McLaurin. And he would get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
Pickup brings up 2nd down at their 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw. Able to find Ertz. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.